Hello there, this is Father Steve coming back to you here at Our Lady Queen of Angels for just a quick reflection on this coming Sunday's reading. Something about the scripture, something perhaps about us. There's an old tagline for an advertisement for selling wine, and the person would say, "We sell no wine before it's time." When it comes to being reconciled and to really truly forgive when there's been a deep or profound hurt, it doesn't happen in an instant. It doesn't happen in a moment. It does take time. And so for Peter, when he comes up with a formulation, when he says to Jesus, "Well, how many times are we supposed to forgive, Lord? 7 times?" Now he's working off an operative understanding that rabbis at that time say you got to forgive people 3 times. So Peter says, well, I can double that and add 1 plus 1. But Jesus comes back and says 70 times, 7 times, which means you got to keep forgiving. And how hard that is to, easy to say, hard to do. And when there's a small slight or a misstep, we kind of move through life. It's not that big a deal. But when we've been hurt, someone or something has deeply affected us or been taken away from us, those resentments get buried really deep, and anger comes out of that resentment. And so it does take time to process the experience of anger and forgiveness. It's all really profound stuff. So think about it a little bit. Where have you been hurt that's really affected your life? It might be a relationship. I was thinking of a situation with a friend of mine who had a business with his partner. The business was taken away by his partner. He got swindled. My friend lost his wife because of it. She just left. This man carried this forward for many years. And I remember it wasn't me, but another wiser priest said, "Fred, you got to pray about this. You got to let it go." And finally, it took several years. This guy came back and said, I have not forgotten, but I remember this evil that was done to me different, and I forgive him. So for us, where are those deep hurts? Where have we hurt deeply? Where is that place that we need to go to let Jesus begin to touch our hearts and our lives so that we can become different with each other? There was supposedly 2 survivors of Auschwitz that were talking about their experience in the camps. And one says to the other, he said, "So how do you remember this? How do you remember our experience? Have you forgiven the Nazis for what they did?" And the other said, instantly, he said, "I will never forgive them for what they did to us." Whereas the first person said, "Then the Nazis still have you in prison." So that hurt, that anger can have control over us, as profound and significant as it is. But today we invite Jesus into those places to see what might become different. How might we learn to live on the standard of 70 times, 7 times? God bless. Have a great week. See you soon.